And here is the final of Sportsman Eliminator. And Mike Marshall, the Marshall & Marshall racing team out of Wellandport, will be in the export side. Tower side, Gord Alblas, 82 Dodge Charger. Mike Marshall's got a lock on number 2 in the points in the Sunoco Ultra 94 Super Series in the export lane. So let's see what happened. 12:18 the dial for Gord, 12:70 the dial for Mike Marshall. And Gord Alblas kills the 3.501 light for Gord Alblas. This is going to be tough for Mike Marshall. He's still out front in the other lane. Let's see what happens. Through the top end, it is Gord Alblas, your winner, 12:18 at 108 miles an hour. He runs right on the dial. Mike Marshall breaks out trying to stay in front of him. Goes 12:67, 104 on the export side. So Gord Alblas, the winner in Sportsman Eliminator action here at the Labor Day Weekend Spectacular. The final in Motorcycle Eliminator, Robert McKee in the export side out of Hamilton, Ontario. 86 GSXR Suzuki 1100cc entry. Robert, the number 1 motorcycle in Division 3 for 1991, won that title at the Bracket Championships at Indianapolis, Indiana last September. He's in the export lane, Tower side. One of our regular competitors in the Sunoco Ultra 94 Super Series. Steve Stretch out of Woodstock, Ontario, the 89 Suzuki GSXR. So an all-Suzuki final in the Motorcycle Eliminator final. Robert McKee is the Ultra 94 champion in Motorcycle Eliminator for 1992 here at London Motorsports. He'd like to cap off that with a win here in the final of Motorcycle Eliminator, the last day of points for these drivers as they make it through the 1999 season. Steve Stretch is first, and Steve with a much better reaction time than Robert McKee. Steve Stretch a big advantage through the top end, and the other end it is Steve Stretch, your winner, age 9:57 to take the win at 124 miles an hour. McKee 8:99 at 146 over there in the export lane. So Robert McKee is a runner-up in the final of Motorcycle Eliminator, but he is your 1992 Motorcycle Eliminator champion in the Sunoco Ultra 94 Super Series. So this will wrap it up. This is the final round of Super Pro Eliminator. At the Labor Day Weekend Spectacular. Tony Sawatsky here on the Tower side. Out of Fedden's Performance, he is dialed at 1096. The Firestone Tire Car here on the Tower side. Export side, the Ward Brothers entry out of Blenheim, Ontario, is dialed at 1178. This is the last run of the day. It is the final in Super Pro Eliminator. The Fedden's Performance team trying to make it 2 in a row here this weekend at the Labor Day Weekend Spectacular. Ward will lead first. And Sawatsky a little better on the starting line than Ward. Let's see what happens. Through the top end in the final of Super Pro Eliminator, the winner is going to be on the export side, Tower side there first. He breaks out. He goes 1094 with a 5. In the export lane, he runs right on his dial, 1178 in the export side for the Ward Brothers to take the win in Super Pro Eliminator. Sawatsky was 2 100s better on the starting line, but he broke out here on the Tower side to give the win to the export side. The Ward Brothers Chevy 2 out of Blenheim, Ontario, taking the win, the final run of Super Pro Eliminator.
63 Futura. It's actually a 63 and a half. You tell by the little hard top and the fastback. It's a miniature 63 and a half Galaxy, we used to call him. He's up against the Camaro from London. It's Dave Robbins. Henry Pelczynski of Mississauga. I believe he's Polish. The beautiful black Falcon. a Ford day for the last 2 or 3 years. He's one of the beautiful cars we see here. I'm a dead hard Ford fan. And my Ford wins for me. Congratulations to both of you in the trophy eliminator. We have one eliminator down, and which one are we going to do next?
So as we get ready for the final of Pro Modified competition, two of the best will be here on the starting line. It'll be the nitrous car in the export lane, the supercharged entry here on the tower side. Al Billis against Gary Greener, the final of Pro Modified competition. The two killer cars are here on the starting line. Al Billis, a big burnout here on the tower side. Gary Greener gets it wound up here in the export side as he pulls over the starting line. This should be one fine drag race, 615 cubic inches for Gary Greener in the export side. Al Billis, supercharged Chevrolet, 526 cubic inches for the supercharged entry here in the tower side of Al Billis. Here they are, the best of the best, the final Pro Modified competition on the line. First one to the other end without anything. The first one there is your winner. Greener purges the nitrous. Billis brings up the RPM. Here they go. Pro Modifieds on the starting line now. Gary Greener, what a lead. Nice light for Gary Greener. What a drag race to the top end. It's going to be tower side Nipsum 685-201. Gary Greener 697 at 197. What a terrific drag race. .019 the difference in the two cars as they went through the top end of the racetrack. Almost a dead heat. Both drivers, Gary Greener, the better reaction time in the export lane. A good job. Give them guys a big hand. Boy, I'll tell you, what a great weekend they put on. The Persico Brothers Camaro and Al Billis and crew out of Barrie, Ontario. The big Chevrolet Camaro. Great job by both those racers. This is the final of Pro Comp Eliminator. The final round coming up to the starting line now in Pro Comp Eliminator. What a terrific show this has been. And we've got two good ones here. The supercharged dragster on the tower side and the single four-barrel entry will be in the export side. Chuck Nagy out of Fedden's Performance will be in the export side. Tower side, Frank Malvasso out of Rochester, New York. 540 cubic inches of supercharged Chevrolet for Malvasso. He's the owner of FM Collision in Rochester. Chuck Nagy out of Fedden's Performance in Canada, 347 cubic inches. Small block Chevrolet for Chuck in the export lane. $7.49 the dial here on the tower side. Just about a heads-up run. $7.49 the dial for Malvasso. $7.51 the dial for Chuck Nagy in the export lane. Good drag race here in the final of Pro Comp Eliminator. You hear the Lopi idol of that big supercharged Chevrolet coming up on the tower side for Frank Malvasso. And Chuck Nagy is your winner in Pro Comp Eliminator. Look at the crew going nuts. Pete Fedden and Pete Jr. giving a big high five on the starting line. A great final in Pro Comp Eliminator. And look at that. Chuck Nagy runs right flat on the dial. $7.51 on a 751 dial to win it. A great job by both these guys. Herbie Rogers on the tower side, the local car. Let's see if he can do it. 540 cubic inches of real racing. Look at the burnouts by both the alcohol funny cars. Joe Camella and Herbie Rogers doing battle, the final of alcohol funny car eliminator. How many folks would like to see Herbie Rogers here on the tower side do it to Joe Camella? Let's hear it if you want to hear the Herbie Rogers win light on the top end for Herbie Rogers. He'll be facing Joe Camella over there in the export lane, and Camella has been the picture of consistency. Camella ran 6:20 twice, back-to-back for Camella. Herbie Rogers has run faster. He ran a 6:18 in action yesterday, so let's see what happens in the final of Alcohol Funny Car. This should be a good one. Be on your toes and ready to go as they bring him back to the starting line. They've got the roof hatches open, getting a little smoke out as they come to the starting line. They're ready to go. The Camella Racing Team slows him down as he gets back to the starting line. Herbie Rogers single wheelie bar here on the tower side in the Big V drugstore. His entry out of Castrol Oil and Snap-on Tools. And Dave Mather's Motion Lincoln Mercury on the tower side. Funny car action at its very best as they pull to the starting line. You see the crews checking them out. This is the big one for Herbie Rogers and Joe Camella as everybody gets excited by the sound of the supercharged Chrysler as they pull to the starting line. The crew watching over the cars as they pull into the pre-stage. Both cars are pre-staged. You'll hear the RPM come up and then they will leave on the flash of the green looking for the top end. Herbie Rogers against Joe Camella way up in the RPM. Here comes Herbie. Good lead by both cars. Herbie Rogers gets to the center. He's okay driving to the other end. The winner is Camella, 622, 224 miles an hour. What a drag race. Herbie Rogers, 631, 218 miles an hour for Herbie Rogers. He goes a long way to the top end, drives her into the center, and then back to the outside. The wild man here on the tower side, but he just couldn't catch Joe Camella. One thing Herbie will be happy about, though, he left on Camella a 490 light for Herbie Rogers, a 526 for Joe Camella.